154 miles an hour. There's the red light indicating Randy Humphrey in the near lane, leaving too early. You can see it in the instant replay just how it happened. The next pair in round number 2 racing in Pro Stock. The M&M boys, Maskin and Manarino. Andy Manarino doing the driving. Frank Iaconio from Totowa, New Jersey in the far lane in the Chevy Monza. Manarino from Livonia, Michigan drives an American Motors Hornet. But it's Iaconio on this run, 8.71 seconds at 155 miles an hour. A pair of Chevrolets slated to run in this race, but Richie Zool, the Spring Nationals champion, unable to answer the call. Lee Shepard out of Arlington, Texas, taking an easy win on a single, 8.70 seconds. His speed, 150 miles an hour. Steve's in the pits with Richie Zool.
What happened, Richie?
Well, we had a tough first round, and in order to make it, we had to really lean on the motor and put a hole in one of the pistons.
The Ewell brothers Chevrolet in the near lane. Mark Ewell driving, Bob Glidden. And a red light start for Ewell. He knew he had to take a shot against the low qualifier. Bob Glidden with his new Ford Fairmont. And it's Glidden with the win, 8.60 seconds at 154 miles an hour. A red light for Ewell. In instant replay, he really left early before Glidden ever moved. The U.S. Nationals is more than a drag race, and Steve Evans tells us why.
David, if you never saw a race here today, you could have a ball just eating. It's a county fair variety of foods. Polar sausage, Italian sausage, breaded beef tenderloin, fresh lemonade, pickles, you name it. For me, I'm going to help train a nurse with an ear of roasted corn here. I'll take that one right over there. Eat your heart out, McClellan. Enjoy your box lunch. That one would be just fine. Do we really help train a nurse doing this?
You're doing right, we do. We've got 7 nurses in training now.
Well, that's good. Bring them on.
Steve, while you're enjoying that gourmet Indiana corn, we're getting ready for semifinal racing here at Indianapolis Raceway Park and the U.S. Nationals. Back at the U.S. Nationals, the semifinal round of Funny Car Eliminator. A pair of Californians, Little John Lombardo, hailing from North Hollywood, recording one of the quickest elapsed times of his career, 6.08 seconds in the previous round, and he'll need every bit of it as he races Don Prudhomme, the defending champion and 3-time world champion, equaling the national record for funny cars just a few rounds earlier at 5.97 seconds. Lombardo best known for his exploits on the West Coast, running very hard here at the U.S. Nationals. Both cars coming into the electronic staging beam, and John Lombardo up in smoke. Prudhomme once again straight and true. His elapsed time, 6.05. Mr. Consistency, a 597, a 604, and now a 605, putting Prudhomme into the finals. He will be racing Tom the Mongoose McEwen. The classic snake versus mongoose battle once again. McEwen getting an easy run here, a single, as his competition, Ron Colson, crossing the center line in the previous round of competition. McEwen shutting it off early, obviously just testing the starting line. Didn't want to hurt any parts at a 7.12 elapsed time. That's how long it took him to travel that quarter-mile distance from a standing start. His crew heading down to pick him up. As he gets out of his car, here's Steve Evans.
Don McEwen crawling out of his car. He said, I hoped maybe Prudhomme would run over the center line and I wouldn't have to race anybody. Boy, that was a tough victory there, this last one.
They're all tough for me, the way I drive.
Were you worried a little bit about maybe crossing the center line like Colson did? That go through your head?
Yeah, I thought about it coming up, but this car is pretty good about that, you know, going pretty straight. And I wanted to run the opposite lane, figuring that's where I was going to be anyway. And Lombardo, of course, just smoked the tires and everything in it. So we went up, and I only ran it halfway down the track because I tried something a little different that time, and it seems like it worked pretty good.
Pro Stock Eliminator Bob Glidden, the Ford Fairmont, winner of 4 national titles thus far in 1978, against the Chevrolet Monza of Iaconio and Allen. Frankie Iaconio doing the driving. Ray Allen, his partner, from Totowa, New Jersey. Out of Whiteland, Indiana, comes Bob Glidden. Leaving the line together. But Glidden pulling ahead to a big win. Glidden 8.60, low elapsed time thus far for the Pro Stocks at 153 miles an hour. The next pair on the line, two Chevrolets. Lee Shepard in the far lane, Joe Satmary in the near lane. Texas versus Indiana, a close race. And at the finish line, it's Joe Satmary. 8.74 seconds elapsed time. A quicker time for Shepard at 8.72, but Satmary off the mark just a little bit quicker. At the finish line, just a couple of feet. Top Fuel Eliminator semifinal, Jeb Allen. Allen running in the near lane. We've seen the funny cars. Both of them smoked the tires badly in the left lane. Could be that the lane is going away ever so slightly. Rob Bruins, the competition for Jeb Allen. And Jeb Allen smokes the tire. Rob Bruins with an easy win. He doesn't backpedal it, though. 5.96 seconds elapsed time. Speed of 242 miles an hour. Jeb Allen giving it a valiant try after smoking the tires to a 6:27. You see the smoke on the starting line, but at the finish line, it's Rob Bruins there first.
Maybe a little too much power, Jeb?
Yeah, exactly. You know, we thought the reason that everybody ran better in the right lane because it wasn't as good as the left is what my theory was, you know. When I got in the left lane, I'd run an 89 in the right. When I got in the left lane, the car shook. So I figured that's more traction because I was making the same power. So I just put a little bit more power in it and made a mistake.
Larry Minor's car driven by Larry Dixon. The unenviable honor of running against Big Daddy Don Garland. Dixon won the Winter Nationals back in 1970. This is the furthest he's gone in competition since that time. Don Garland has already won 4 U.S. Nationals titles, a total of 17 Top Fuel titles during his 2-decade-long career. And Dixon smokes the tires. So the left lane obviously not as good as the right at this moment. Garland's there first at 6.01 seconds. His speed 240 miles an hour. So in the finals of Top Fuel, it'll be Rob Bruins against Don Garland. Down in the pits right now at Don Prudhomme's car, the crew working feverishly to prepare it for the finals. Don Prudhomme is nowhere to be seen. He's in Tom McEwen's pits with Steve Evans.
He won't split the money with you.
He don't want to split the money. He's over here. He said he hasn't won a national event in about 48 hours. He's kind of down.
It should be a good race. You know, we've met many times this year, and you know, fortunately we've came out okay, but you never know. The cars can be turning. You know, Tom's liable to jump up and put us away, but we're going to be trying very hard, and I know he's going to be. So it'll be a tremendous last round.
Your guys are frantically working on the motor, yet you're over here fooling around with him.
Well, it's just going back together right now. We got plenty of time, and I'm just starting to take it a little easier instead of thrashing so much on the thing. I've been watching him, and it seems to work.
See, his biggest problem is he's not as serious a racer as I am.
The Snake and the Mongoose at it once again. We'll be back with the Nationals finals in just a moment.